What are your pageant judges actually looking for when choosing a winner? This is the $1 million question. And as a gal who not only works full time in this industry, I've been in the pageant world for 9 years, competed, won 5 titles. I've judged countless competitions over my time. And what I can tell you is that, yes, you have scoring criteria, but each judge really does have this unspoken checklist that they're looking for when it comes to a queen and a woman who is ready to reign, who's not just ready to win a title, who is ready to reign and make an impact and really use the title for its intended purpose. And we're going to be breaking it down in this episode because if you are training or preparing to win right now, whether your competition is in a week, a month, a year from now, it doesn't matter. This is really what's going to give you the edge. It's these different aspects that you get to bring into your competition, into your preparation that will help you stand out, win the crown, and be the queen that you are dreaming about and hoping for. And I want to start with this first one because I will say this, and again, it depends on the system, use your discretion, but this is important, but oftentimes not the one that always matters the most. And it is your polish. This is a beauty pageant. You have to look the part. You have to be put together. You have to understand that part of your image is being judged, not when it comes to your physical beauty, but the way that you present yourself. Your image and the way you're able to polish and present yourself really is a walking business card for you. Everything that you do, everywhere that you go. And it's not just about having the perfect outfit or the perfect makeup. It's really being able to look at yourself or have someone else look at you and say, do you look put together? Does your image and look, is it clean? Is it confident? Are you consistent in the way that you're presenting yourself? And judges often think like, does she understand that the way you walk and carry yourself is a representation of who you are and what you stand for and how you will represent this system? Your image matters, and it does allow people to take you more seriously when you have a certain look put together. And again, it's not about the colors, it's not about the type of makeup that you do. It is about being able to present yourself and understanding that you want to have an image that matches someone who is just as captivating in the way that they speak and the impact that they make. So, what does this look like? Do you know how to do your own hair and makeup? If not, do you have access to resources for people that can support you? Can you learn? That should be part. Listen, ladies, when I started pageants, I was not the go-to look. Like nobody was looking at what I was bringing and saying, I want the Maria Girlando, like give me what she's serving. I had to work every single week. Every single week, I made a point to work on my hair and makeup, to be buying products, to be researching videos. And when it came to my wardrobe and when I would go out shopping, I was always thinking, is this piece that I'm buying, can that be used in my pageant journey? Is this something that aligns with something a title holder would wear, or to go to a competition, or to go to an event? This was a huge aspect. However, the reason why I say that it's not always the most important, it's because oftentimes when you have the next two things that I'm going to talk about, judges can sometimes be forgiving over the person who doesn't have the most perfectly polished look, right? If your hair is a little bit frizzy, as mine usually gets, I have crazy hair sometimes, or if the gown doesn't fit completely perfectly. Sometimes when you have these other two things, the polish tends to matter less because the judges have this connection with you that can't be denied. However, if you have things when it comes to your look that you can tweak, that you can elevate and refine, it is really important. And again, I'm not going to say too much about this because I just trust that you're the type of gal who gets it. You don't have to necessarily change the way that you look. This is about highlighting you. This is about presenting you in the best, most beautiful way that you already naturally are, but understanding that there are things that we can do to elevate our image, to elevate our look. So your polish matters and the judges look at it. It is the first impression you make whenever anybody sees you, whether it's in person, online, in a photo. Your polish of your look, your image, your style, and wardrobe, it matters. And it's something that the judges are looking at. However, it's not always the thing that's going to make or break the title because you need to have these other two things that judges are looking for. And the second thing truly is, I'm going to say this in 2 words, personality and presence. So you can have the polish, you can have the perfect wardrobe, custom made, fitted to you, completely tailored, them $3,000 to $5,000 hair and makeup artists every single day. You can have all of that. Absolutely. Your social media can be curated and perfect, but if you are dull and if you are nervous and if you don't know why you're doing this or like what you really bring to this title, it don't matter how polished and perfect that you are. Your personality and your presence is your energy. It's your awareness. And this is honestly where a lot of delegates fall short. They want to work on the runway, they want to work on the wardrobe, and they completely forget the person underneath it all. The judges want to feel you and your personality and your authenticity. This comes from a few different things. It's knowing who you are. It's understanding your why of why you're actually there, not just for the title, but what else you get to do and make of this experience. And do you understand? Do you know how to connect what makes you different, what makes you unique, why you're here to the title and to the outcome that you hopefully desire to get? This is more than just the way that you look. This goes beyond that first 7-second impression that people will automatically be making of you. This is the impression that you make afterwards. This is how you're able to own a room, own a stage without even saying a word sometimes. And it's just as important. It's even more important, I could argue, than your polish, because sometimes the best competitors and queens who I've judged in the past, I can't remember exactly what they wore, but I do remember how they carried themselves, how they spoke, how I connected with them. And this happens in different ways. This happens in the way if you speak on social media, that's what we get to see. We get to see and feel your energy. It's no longer just a static photo. The way you carry yourself on stage, in interview, in rehearsals. Who are you when nobody's judging you? Are you talking nasty and gossiping and putting yourself down? Or are you still carrying yourself with the chin up, crown on mentality of a queen and a winner who doesn't need people to see her in order to still be her personable self? And on the other side of this, it's also being natural, calm, clear, and confidence in who you are that tells the judges, I know myself, I've got this, and I'm in control of how I show up. And so I'm going to make the most of that. And the beautiful thing is that being polished really does have this element of perfection to it, but personality doesn't. It's about being powerful and about being you. And each person has to work on something different when it comes to their presence and personality. You have to be very self aware and look at yourself in the mirror and say, how do people perceive me? And what does that say about who I am? Am I okay with that? Or is there something that I need to tweak? Like, for example, I am someone who's very high energy. And when I first started pageants, I really had to work on my pace in speaking and my presence when it came to, I'm just going to say it, my eye contact, because I get really buggy, beady eyes that will be moving everywhere because I'm excited and my nerves. And I had to be looking at myself and watching my performance and getting feedback from others to see that can be a disconnect from my true genuine personality that isn't, yes, it's energized and it's excited and it is powerful, but it takes away some of that power when I'm not being self-aware of how others are perceiving it. So this is a huge aspect, your presence and personality, which sometimes does forgive even the not so polished competitor and performer. So your presence and personality. The third, and honestly, one of the other biggest ones, again, so we have polish, your personality and presence. The third thing is truly your leadership in action, not just leadership, leadership in action. I hope you're taking notes for this, pageant gals. This is really, really important because you are not just competing for a moment. You are not just competing for a day, for a crown and sash. Crowns are for sale all over the internet. Go buy one if that's all you want. Anybody can buy a crown. You are competing for a reign. You are competing for the chance to be a catalyst for change in a bigger way, because that's what the title naturally does. It's an amplifier, it's a microphone. It's something that you can do what you're already doing in a bigger way. So if right now you're not doing anything, there's nothing to amplify. That is where leadership has to be in action now. You have to be the gal who's already putting things in motion, not the one who's talking about hopes and dreams and ideas, the person who is talking about what she's already doing and how the title will amplify that impact and those actions that you're already doing. Again, leadership in action, not leadership ideas and dreams. This means you're already serving, you're already showing up in your community, you're already making connections and opportunities and thinking about how you're going to use the title to make a difference. This is the difference between someone who says, I hope to be able to do this with the title, or I really want to just do more, versus the one who says, this is my plan, this is my goal, and this is exactly how I will do it. And this is why you should trust me because I'm already doing it right now. That person shows up so much more confident, so much more convicted, so much more sure of herself. And the judges want that for you. And the judges sniff out someone who doesn't actually know or isn't actually doing something with the title or with their, if you have a regional title, let's say, who isn't doing anything leading up to the title and who doesn't actually have a plan. The judges want to hear, what is your plan? What are you already doing? What's next? This is what's going to take you from someone who is polished, personable, and pretty to being someone who they can clearly and confidently say she's not just hoping to lead, she is a leader. Because trust me, gals, it is not enough to just want a crown. You have to show up as if you're meant for it. And that comes through deeply knowing yourself, looking at yourself, and sharing your mission and vision intentionally, taking the time now to make that impact. This is where I love pageant preparation. Like no other industry gives you this opportunity to reflect and elevate who you are. And that doesn't happen, by the way, after you win. That happens now in the journey to competing. That's why I say pageant prep starts like 6 months out for the true competitor and queen who wants to make the most of this experience. So, in summary, the 3 things that judges are truly looking for that are their unspoken checklist of ingredients for a queen. It's the polish, it's the personality and presence, and it's the leadership in action. So if you are deep into your preparation right now, I want you to ask yourself, am I just rehearsing? Am I just trying to figure out what to do or what to say to be perfect for them? Or am I truly refining who I am and how I lead? The truth is that pageant prep is about so much more about who you are and what you are doing versus the exact specific things you wear or say. It's about who you are. And that is the most incredible process. And that is why we do pageants, to elevate who you already are. So if you are ready to work on all of this and truly elevate it on your journey to your title, wherever it is that you are competing, to go from polish to presence to performance to training to win, then you need to be inside of our Make It Rain membership. This is the ultimate pageant prep membership where women come to not just master all of the elements of competition, but they learn how to reign as queens in a community of other leaders, elevating them to do the same. We have monthly pageant prep training calls, new training videos and challenges every single month, weekly audio messages that I'm dropping in because I'm so integrated in this industry that there's always something new to be teaching and learning related to mindset, strategy, and action. So you always have somewhere to plug in that isn't just a free resource on YouTube that could be way outdated from years ago. It is active, intentional, updated pageant prep support and teaching you how to live and reign as the queen, no matter what the result of that competition is. But we do have many women who go on to win their crown. So we are currently enrolling, and I'm so excited to say that over the next 3 months, we are running the Make It Rain Summer Festival with monthly challenges, monthly group training, and monthly guest experts so that you are elevating, expanding, and empowering yourself to be even more of a queen, even more polished, even more present, even more purposeful with your actions and missions for pageantry. So I'm going to leave the link to join the Make It Rain membership below. You can join monthly, or you can join for 6 months in full if you're ready to truly go the distance. And I hope to see you in our Make It Rain Summer Festival. Again, gals, your next crown could be just one decision away, and I would be honored to be the one to make that happen. Okay, what an incredible episode. If you join the Make It Rain membership, let us know at the Pageant Gal on Instagram, and I can't wait to see you all in the next episode of the Pageant Gal podcast.